Takže dobrý dámy a pánové, z dnešního streamu. Dneska se pojeme opět na hru Outer Worlds 2 po dlouhé době. A ještě zkontrolujeme někde zvuk. Takže dobrý dámy a pánové, z dnešního streamu. Dneska se pojeme trošku šumí opět na hru Outer Worlds 2 po dlouhé době. A ještě zkontrolujeme někde zvuk. Takže dobrý dámy a pánové, z dnešního streamu. Dneska se pojeme šumí opět na hru Outer Worlds 2 po dlouhé době. A ještě zkontrolujeme někde zvuk. Takže dobrý dámy a pánové, z dnešního streamu. Dneska se pojeme šumí opět na hru Outer Worlds 2 po dlouhé době. A ještě zkontrolujeme někde zvuk. Takže dobrý dámy a pánové, z dnešního streamu. Dneska se pojeme šumí opět na hru Outer Worlds 2 po dlouhé době. Tak, zkusím to teďka. Tak, zkusím to teďka. No. Tak vypadá, že to by to mělo být v pohodě. Já jsem na podlečení šum, to by to bylo něco. No, nevím, kde jsme skončili, ale popravdě. Já jsem se snažil nějak dodělat to misi, jak jsme dělali předtím. Akorát nevím, jestli jsme dělali přímo i tady na jase třeba. Musíme se dostat. Mám nový notebook. Tak doufám, že se to nebude moc sekat.
Spatial anomaly detected. Physical engagement is not recommended at this time.
Jak jsem trochu nachcipaný, takže ten můj hlas nebude nic moc, ale jen doufám, to jste si zvykli snad. Za tu dobu, co jsem nastreamoval, tak vyšlo pár dobrých her nových. Takže bych si hrát zahrál. Mám zpátky Game Pass na 3 měsíce, mám perma v notebooku. No a koukal jsem a ten starý notebook, co jsem měl, tak mě držel 2 roky a něco.
Talk to, but I'm not ready.
Suggested.
Eyes up, hostiles.
Perhaps right-clicking on the container in the legible font inside next time. What was that?
Engaging hostile.
Tak už. No, pakaj máme. Jsem si celkem jistý, že tady ten úkol pro nás se nedělá.
Emergency protocol syringes prime.
Guns locked and loaded. Just give the...
Not ready. Please try again later. Ready to assist with agent's health needs.
This looks like the place. Oh, I haven't felt this high strung since Horizon Point. Just hope he's here.
Niles,
Howdy, Zed. You look... well,
has my mind been set upon by shadows?
can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all clear. And who precisely are you? Another Earth Directorate cast-off? So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine. That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they...
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things...
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Where were you when I actually needed you?
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be some...
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my...
It's Bates. My team's been caught. Somehow the Vox was launched. Pharaoh and March are dead. The Protectorate are holding the others for interrogation, but a ship is inbound to take them off-world. To the Consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the...
Found her! You there! Step away from the...
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
I knew something was wrong. What do you...
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable... Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please. It has to do with the location of a vault, rumored to house the Protectorate's greatest technological advancements, including its skip drive designs.
I am.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at...
Not to worry. This is exactly the...
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Tak to máme jde. Tady. Tady jsme byli. V minulém díle. Jak jsme porazili to boss a získali jsme dělat ten kulomet. Jo. se dokouknout ještě na Thunderbolts 2 best build.
Station's gone. I can scarcely.
Let me know when you need instructions.
Back again. Thought you were done. Break as many fingers as pleases you. Wait, who are you?
We're not Protectorate. We're your ticket out of this hot box.
Esculape? Zeb sent you? Wait, you're Niles, aren't you? Count on Zeb to go as far as raising the dead to help. I gather you haven't
The others don't look like they suffered.
Void-damned Protectorate brutality, that's what. The Consul sent a sentinel to conduct a preliminary interrogation. She tortured us for information. The others didn't survive her enthusiasm for the work. Thanks. Can't take all the credit, though. The sentinel seemed spent by the time. Quick, though, before I forget or we're interrupted, I memorized the cipher. It's 02519W. Should help Zeb decode. Please don't think me ungrateful for your effort.
If you're too hurt to walk, I'm sure the commander and I...
No, it's not that. I need the Sentinel to take me onto that transport. I want her to think she's won. And then, just as we leave orbit, I'm going to blow her pretty ship to pieces. I'm no martyr, If there was another way to protect Zebulon and our cell, I'd take it. But if I escape, the Protectorate will pursue. I'll make it look like an accident. Mechanical failure. When I was being tortured, I saw some frayed wires near the fuel system. With the right spark, I think I can ignite it.
I have my doubts. Even if she managed to spark a few wires, that ship's bound to have a fire suppression system. It would kick.
What do you propose?
Not blowing yourself up for starters.
You know how relentless the Protectorate is. But if I die, that's the end of it. The Consul will turn his attention. Please, if you can help me sabotage the trip.
Might be I could sabotage the transport from the outside. Make it look like negligent maintenance. What do you think, Commander? Yes, Commander. Stay put. Shouldn't take me too long. Done. Won't go into the particulars.
Excellent work. I'd say I won't forget how you've helped me, but, well, you know. Tell Zeb what happened, won't you?
What the Commander means is...
Likewise.
Si tady otevřu odeho, je napadne.
Under Protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous.
You've returned, but... Hold a moment. What in the blazes was that? What do you mean? All of them? And you didn't think to dissuade her? Damn it, Niles! Our cause isn't served by more corpses. Do you think I don't know that? Was she at least able to give you the cipher? I wish the success of this venture had not come at such a terrible cost. But at least it was not for nothing. Perhaps I was mistaken about your commitment to making amends, Niles. Thank you.
Can't fault you for having doubts. But
I hope you'll both forgive me my earlier disposition. I'm not normally so... I'm pleased Niles has found such a supportive friend and ally. I haven't much to reward you with, but take this. It's something I had started on. This information came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Expect to hear from me should our cause require further assistance from the Earth Directorate's best. Never fear. Next time, I fully intend to involve you in said...
reckon I like the sound of it.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipients, all I can tell you is that it is from Arcadia's most judicious custo... Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this land. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, man.
Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy. Directly responsible for your colleague Augustine DeVries' actions. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's Mercy. He will aid you in your mission. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message.
Reckon we've got our work cut out for us? Let's go.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the... Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station. Due to the astrogator's progress with the updates, Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. The Protectorate abandoned it soon. Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name. Agent Ibarra frequented it occasionally after the invasion. He said it was a good place to find newfangled gadgets and stolen prototypes and whatnot. Golden Ridge, the Protectorate abandoned it. Soon, Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent as the rebuilding.
Good man.
Didn't realize we were running so close to the action.
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives. Thank you for pick. The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early.
Please
before
mind the
missing their
gaps.
tram.
All of them.
statue big enough?
Passenger, you are running 21,027 hours late. Please be mindful of your departure in the future.
Żebym się wtrgnął chyba tak.
Can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to a
Station's sure going to scrap since last I saw. Don't think we'll be hitching a ride anywhere quick.
Multiple signs of habitation observed. Helpful tip. Agents are advised against touching stains of questionable origin.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order.
Matriarch's mercy
The
lies
fools.
directly ahead.
Can't they see
This
the
unit
Order
ready
is
to
no
proceed
different
when
from
you
the
are,
Protectorate?
Commander.
The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap! Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the
Finally, some help. My family and I, we
We was making our way to the mercy camp for us refugees. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more risky. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you, I don't... Very, by my guess, she was bit on the thigh, high, like... She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Hurry, please. We must hurry, or they'll be eaten. Oh, thank you.
Myslím si, že tohle bude pas, ale nechám ať nevede.
Let me know what you needed.
What is this? What is this? Just okay.
Exponential increase in local population detected, and max occupancy exceeded. Non-essential persons should...
Another refugee?
Safety purpose.
All right, step forward. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed, we should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alteration. Ah, I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing you. Welcome to Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer, I thought the name was... Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or stay away from it. And, in all probability, you won't have to find out. Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the... Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe. Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is... That's enough questions. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift.
If Arcadia shall ever return to how it was.
Wish. Invaders. Defecting.
I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since recalled libations lighted the thruster.
The Protectorate has only been... Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere. Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment. Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on... Oh, dear, I got ahead of myself. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education, I am single-handedly making a difference here. With constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on Order history, plus some mathematics for a little added... Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and...
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse. Oh, new arrivals. Of an independent operative nature? Yes. Infrastructure requests from the displaced exceed present resource capacity. The mounting accumulation of prevailing beyond me, more to the point. I am simply one person, impossibly stretched thin. One priority concern stands out. Well, something of a dispute, really. One where my lead... Tell me, what do you know of the exclusion zone? Excuse me, but the intricate dance of the... You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway. Laughing in the face of... We don't know, and the seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator having earned the... We can't have the voice of the displaced sowing disorder. Will you help us? Will you be our outside The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. Feel free to speak with the voice of the displaced herself. Any questions before you get started? I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order. Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here. According to predictions, yes. Or at least, my interpretation of them. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them. Form your own opinion.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99. I haven't any time for idle chatter.
By the law. It's... Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and skill. We're short on it. You see, the Seers are members of the Order who labor over the universal equation. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider. Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded, and I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would... My thanks, stranger. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it. For my intervention could only throw probability. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks. How can I be of service? As a doctor, we don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so... Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to... Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Hort. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Yes, the presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such a statement implies the opposite is also true.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse, and that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order... Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe. Besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why...
Fascinating. Your fear response must be suffering from some impairment. Likely the result...
A generous offer, my friend, but I don't think the agent is interested in exploratory surgery. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our...
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would it... Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further...
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the determination. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most... One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Up... I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned or stored. Illuminating the path to true erudition is an
a calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation. Particularly in the field... Leave,
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on Seers for their indispensable counsel.
Not half as much as we value our benevolent overlord.
Error. Unable to interpret query due to unidentified actor. Benevolent overlord. Defaulting to...
No, it's not like that at all. Our bond is an equitable partnership. In fact, what would you put our combined efficacy rate at?
I won't trouble our good agent here with the exact calculation.
I dread the day your immeasurable talent finally propels you into the upper echelons. Truly, Landon, the Order... Oh, indeed. I needn't educate you on what you can see with your very eyes. There is a great... Without Wiley, I dare say our predicament here would be even more precarious. Why, Matriarch's Mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development. Not if you consider the alternative. Its absence would be far more catastrophic for these... That is a statue of the Matriarch. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-Order members at the moment, given recent troubles.
Oh, certainly. According to my...
Haha, good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit. The observ...
You the eccentric sort.
Speak to Abbot Newell if you've more queries.
Have you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery? The orc? Oh, hello. Cogitate here often?
You have an abundance of options for your next mission destination. Manufactory or outpost opportunity.
Please.
Welcome. Anything I can do to assist you? Illuminating the path to true erudition is an apt rift worshipper spouting inane theory.
Oh, a visitor. Hello. You weren't mentioned in my... Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah. I'll say, I try not to make any big... First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rollo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear... Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my... Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times something similar happened. Avoided drowning in a culvert, sidestepped my mantisaur. Things like that just illustrate the fragile nature of... My co-occupant Ike had a POP done and told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle. You did catch the part I said they saved my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on... I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them, but I'm not complaining.
We're not going anywhere. Not in the... Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper, but you do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Oh. So that's how it is. The Order wants us to believe that a catastrophe is coming to the exclusion zone at any... Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. Am I supposed to fall on my knees and thank the Order because something bad may or may not happen? Sorry. Not convinced. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever What does the Administrant want? To shut me up? I don't know what the Administrant's game is. Best thing you can do is introduce yourself around camp. See why we need the exclusion zones open. Alright. You keep at it.
This location is inhabited
Rub
by
my nose,
individuals
lass.
classified as unscrupulous. Maintain scrutiny over personal finances.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
The meaning of life is in man, and we are the keepers of the equation.
Shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing. Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used. Oh yeah, Duarte. He's former aunties like me. He was underneath for a few hours. Or happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in... Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they're doing something.
And take our short 38-minute questionnaire to determine exactly what career you are meant for. Act now and receive
No.
Welcome. Have you put your best in the order's
Mhm. Mhm.
Algorithmic dissonance?
Co tam do?
Doka ci nie mówiła, że sobą kulho?
No coś się zmieniło ty.
Doktor mu przepisał tabletki, 4. Wieczór wziął, wczoraj o 6.
A co było z tym nogą?
On jest na to dziwo, on jest
26. Jutro je 26. Jutro končíme.
Don't even like the sound of it. And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a Typically, no. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare to show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved... I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of them, I am sure they bear any inconveniences with grace and dignity. I mean, according to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with provision. Then back.
How to do, stranger? Always nice to see a friend. Oh, it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist. What? Listen, friend, a little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical professional. Clearly you don't suffer. Have it your way then. I know when before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several, and no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality. The term is industry standard. And a taxidermist. I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory, so watch yourself. Fresh being the...
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance. Law, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. It's all the same. Real need. I've got more practice ahead of me. Wouldn't want to... You have my gratitude, stranger. I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fun. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous... You too. Trust me.
I remember this place before the war. Functioning tramaculus. Peaceful silence.
Sequencing attack strategies.
light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste to I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. It seems our temporary... ceasefire with the corporatists may be at its... Yes, this was an active war zone until recently, and now seems like it may be so again. I'd surmise that when Auntie's Choice realized they couldn't get through our defensive they must have done something to provoke an attack. The Order controls everything south of... Well, not certain about that last one anymore. Cultists, mad to the last one. I believe they worship... They're both unstable and violent. Excessive abuse of stimulants has made them severe. They've also been known to pose as refugees to lure their victims. The creatures are of the... Rabbits add to the equation.
Some useful guidance for those newly residing in Matriarch's Mercy. Avoid leaving personal belongings unattended. Abstain from disposing rubbish in sanitation infrastructure. Remember, chalkboards are for erudition and edification only. Hygienic products are solely intended for bathing use, not fermentation into inebriating intoxicants.
Make Pinnacle meal replacement bars a complete part of your daily meals and of the plan. Designed for optimal nutritional extraction, they also taste acceptable from the Order of the Ascendant. You may think you have tasted a great old-fashioned cocktail, but have you tasted the highest-rated old-fashioned ever created? Now you can, with Asymptote Bourbon, consistently rated the best.
Agent Ibarra, you failed to take your daily supplements 3 days in a row. Vitamins are a vital tool in aiding wound healing and achieving your long-term health goals.
Talked about this, Val. Be polite, errand folks' private health information in front of others.
If oral capsules are not your preferred delivery method, suppositories may be a viable alternative.
All right. I'll take the damn supplement.
Regret to inform you,
The normal
Zeranium Manufacturer 7 is
maybe I'll
presently
examine
under
your
lockdown.
courtesy settings while I'm at
Unauthorized
it.
entry is barred due to contrivance malfunction, laboratory mishap, and/or miscellaneous unspeakable dangers.
Please call again at a more convenient time.
Hello? Someone there? Yes. Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? Zeranium Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ? From the abbot? We don't have any means of... yes.
This is Factor Maytonier. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot? Very
Right over here. You're not getting... So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Interesting timing. May I see it then? The writ? Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be... I'll send word you're en route, but I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, the recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. One of our transport pods, filled with Zeranium, was diverted toward... though functionally correct, I assure you. The transport pods are fired into space, where they... To date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose. And we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously, though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions. An understandable perspective. I admit I'm, to a reasonable degree, pleased you were on hand to corroborate current...
evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tenders and tenders. Wait, so has it been...
Initiate Alva, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at once.
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Emergency detoxification initiated. Still unsettling what's her name took over.
Things have been a mite haywire.
Yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But a spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alpha C, she then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence may be our only recourse. Whatever for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to... I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she does... I'll be in my office.
She described the arachnids collision as slavering when it attacked. How much viscous fluid would you estimate? I don't know anything about the fluid's volume.
Of course she's hiding something. You think those 2 exemplars just
Factor
fell
said head on
wrong?
in.
They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Hello, a visitor. And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire. Oh, no, I can see it now. And who is that you brought with? Another Earth Directorate agent, I see.
Is she talking about...
Oh, my! That Earth Directorate support, all this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible Oh, believe you me, I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. I was apparently at the wrong point in space at the wrong point in time. Really? Do you see me, a saboteur? Oh, don't they all? I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow. I hate to speak poorly of management, but we work folk around the manufactory. I assume she's acting as any functionary would, assigning blame to appear in control. Well, you know the type, surely. Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, there may be a way you could gain Why, yes! I could unseal access to the records repository. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. Certainly, of course. If you appreciate your help, dear, may the plan favor us against long arms.
Investigator?
Complementary parts,
Patrol's back, I hear. Don't see Auntie's being too dissuaded by that.
Our Earth Directorate friend. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matavie here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time.
The Factor is less accusatory in his questioning than certain others, which I respect. Good good manners.
Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. You suspect me somehow? One must keep one's eyes wide open in such times, I suppose.
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find? Well, I'd certainly hoped they'd exonerate me, but somehow I'm unsurprised they bear signs of... but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave series, but still, even the most junior scientist knows the best explanation is one requiring the theory to surface. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say. A uranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting...
I expect the uranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit. Part of me would like to tease you right now and say, you're not very good at cards, are you, dear? But if you're still on the fence about me, I would want to skip you over. All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the...
Promptor Svoboda seeks retribution. This unit is capable of complying.
You know, I imagine the actual perpetrators becoming pretty nervous right about now. I mean, they must have believed their plan was flawless. The problems began now.
Engaging combat protocols.
Finally, a favorable happenstance. After I became stuck in here, those organisms... The door jammed. Not sure how. Worked perfectly acceptably earlier. Lockdown and my clumsy fumbling triggered a precautionary security setting. I can't reset it from here, and I'm not particularly enamored. Depends on your level of moxie and know-how, I suspect. You could try jimmying the door open if you have engineering expertise. Otherwise, the safety reset is in a wall panel around the corner. Though that seems a bit boring for a dime. Of course, apologies. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can... Of course! I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. Strange question, but yes. All commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open... Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some... Based on the sloppy state of... I was in my cot doing advanced equations after the door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside. Yes, I find it extremely self-gratifying. Did you want to come by and check my calculations? Hey, works in operations, right? Always on about her... Well, that's about... Careful on your way out! Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
Confronting threat.
Alva's been here for how many years?
Always account for standard deviation.
Something about that Alva doesn't square. And she called me sad. I'm not sad. Just for the record.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Yes. Suppose you'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but you appear reasonably apt. The Zeranium... Oh, what else will this higgledy-piggledy nightmare of a day bring? Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zeranium is up yonder in refinery logistics. If so, I have some... We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also tremendous. Why, may deliberate endeavors beget expected results. You're back. I see my choice in uranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state. And to my internal levels of this is anecdotal feedback at best, but I find sometimes a gift helps. Something that makes one feel, this card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past operations, can't miss it. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display. With the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered. Now that you mention it, yes. I recall I was worried about one. I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly. Or that is entirely. Like all of us, you mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time, and, well, I'm sure you're aware higher levels of cortisol can impede the encoding of I am greatly.
All your endeavors add to the equation.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation.
You know how the Order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. Svoboda has clearance. But I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished.
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my... I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Her possible involvement notwithstanding, Constance Svoboda is an Order Proctor, and I cannot abide her cold-blooded murder. especially by someone we... You are far more capable than some back manufacturing...
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they call... I must admit, I'm not... The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the... If there are any hints of truth to that. I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balance...
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid. Perhaps you shouldn't. My earlier endeavors were often disconcerting. But the truth remains. I arrived decades ago to lie low after a...
That you are who you are. Understanding right... But I suspect your methods are not my own. Nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor's Svoboda. I cannot be party to this.
A wise calculate. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for.
What's this? What are you doing here?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado. This would be an ideal time to confess everything.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
Wait, you can't... This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco.
Enough, traitor. You made your no more deception, no more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. Yes, though I was aiming for her face. Best search her office. Someone click.
Would have been nice to perform that search before there was a corpse in the room, but beggars and choosers.
Terminal unseal the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. Space used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. doctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. Been trying to tell myself I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well. I propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Sure, I could use a few ticks off my feet. Leg has been aching, and don't let that one...
Excellent. Well then.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. I recognize you've done right by us here today. May fate and fortune converge.
Emergency response prime.
Fortificator is charged. Mitigating the fortification in progress. Well, that hill's not going to climb itself.
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies.
But alas, it's not far. Fortificator.
Confronting threat. Hostiles detected. Additional exertions may be required. Sequencing attack strategies. This encampment does not meet Earth Directorate standards of habitability and sanitation. Engaging combat protocols.
Suffered excessive damage. Reviving me is strategically optimal.
Please seek treatment for bodily trauma soon.
Thank you, dear.
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies.
Tramicular. Always fun to say, isn't it? Tramicular.
Engaging Aesthetics Appreciation Protocol. Ah. Ah. What a lascivious domicile and/or indoor space.
This window. Don't like it. These strangers. Should rip them out, shatter them, transfer them with ourselves.
Yeah. Grab the order glass for our next outing. They'll display us in the standing before we cut them up.
No, tak to máme něco.
There is a strange sort of humor in the onset of the first war in Arcadia's history, within a few days of my being assigned here. As far from protectorate society as possible, Golden...
Sedím si pro odměnu, ale pak tady končím už.
By calculating the position of every atom in
Nice. Tady teda funkční dnešek. Tak, takže já doufám, že se vám tento stream líbil, pokud dejte like, pokud jste na materiál odběr, určitě stream se svými přáteli, no a tento stream už ten čus.